Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also, tuning in through our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcasts. We're glad you all could be with us as well. This is part of our News You Can Use segment here at Conversations Live. And today, we're talking about the American Academy of Pediatrics. From their beginning, the American Academy of Pediatrics, or AAP as it's called, has been really guided by its mission to ensure the health and well-being of all children, and it even has to do with keeping your sleeping baby safe. Because of that, they have actually had a new safe sleep recommendation for infants. Joining us today to talk about the new safe sleep recommendations, we're excited to welcome Dr. Rachel Moon to our program today. Dr. Moon is not only the lead author of the AAP's new policy statement, but also the chair of the AAP Task Force on Sudden Infant Death Syndrome. Dr. Moon, thank you so much for the time today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Well, this is an important topic, Dr. Moon. I'm sure, especially for parents out there, there are so many things that they think about, and of course, keeping their child safe is definitely at the top of that list. So, talk to us about the updates. What are the updates that are coming out this year for safe sleep recommendations for infants?
So, some of these recommendations are the tried and true recommendations that parents should or will be familiar with. And so these are things like the baby should be on their back, they should be in a crib, bassinet, or playpen, or portable crib that meets federal safety standards, and preferably in the parents' room. And there should be nothing in that sleep surface but the baby, so no bumper pads, no blankets, no pillows. One of the new things that we've added is that that surface should be flat. So that means horizontal, not inclined. You don't want the baby's head and neck up because there's really pretty important new data that show that the babies, when they are at an incline, actually have a harder time keeping their airway straight and use more muscles to breathe. And so they actually tire and fatigue much faster. So it's going to be safest for the babies to be literally flat on their backs. And then we also want babies to be breastfed. We want them to be in a smoke-free environment. We never want them to be on couches or couches or sofas or cushioned armchairs, because that's probably the most dangerous places for babies to be.
And these are all things, Dr. Moon, I think that, again, for parents or for relatives, at that matter, caregivers, a lot of times you really don't think about. You look at something, you think, okay, well, this is going to be okay to do. So when it comes to this information, when it comes to these safe sleep recommendations, what steps can all of us take to kind of reduce the risk of sleep-related infant death?
So following those recommendations that I mentioned, having the baby on their back, on a flat, firm surface with nothing around the baby, those are all important. And you want to also, when you're thinking about what you're going to buy for the baby, you want to think about those recommendations. So if you want to buy something for the baby, but it has padded sides, or if you press on the surface and it gives, that means it's not firm. So that means that that's not good for your baby. So you want to think about that. You want to think about these recommendations when you're looking at products and what you want to buy for the new baby.
You mentioned earlier about sleep bumpers, and I think for a lot of people, when they think about these crib bumpers, there's a lot for us to consider there. Talk to us about the recent ban on sleep products like this.
Yes. So the Safe Sleep for Babies Act was just passed by Congress and signed by the President, and it bans the manufacture and sale of two categories of products. One is the bumper pads. So those are no longer going to be on the market. And then the second category are inclined sleep devices. So these are products that are meant for babies to be on a slant, on an incline, with their head and neck elevated, and those are going to be taken off the market as well.
Some great information for our audience. Again, keeping with the mission that the American Academy of Pediatrics has of helping to keep babies safe of all ages. We're excited that we had today Dr. Rachel Moon joining us to talk to us about the new policy statement, but also these tips that all of us can use. Dr. Moon, where can our audience go for more information and resources?
You can go to healthychildren.org. That's the AAP's website for parents, and you can get lots more detail and lots more information there.
All right, Dr. Moon, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate the information and looking forward to having you back on the program again.
Okay, thank you so much, Cyrus. Have a great day.
You as well. And we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live, part of our News You Can Use segment here at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.